Hi all, good afternoon. Okay, today we're going to learn about chapter 3, okay, which is planning. Okay, as I told you, we have the management process POLC. So we're going to learn all these things in this subject, and we start with number 1, which is planning. Okay, this is a learning outcome. After in the end of this lesson, you will know how to define the concept of planning and how to plan successfully, describe the different types of special purpose plan by organization, discuss the cost of benefit planning, understand the nature of organization goal, and also we're going to learn about the management by objective and also decision making. Okay, first, planning involves defining the organization goals, establishing strategy for achieving those goals, and developing the plan to integrate and coordinate that work activities. So normally when we talk about planning includes decision making, which means the setting the organization goal and deciding how best to achieve them. So in order for you to ensure how you want to achieve those organization goals, you must plan first. So when we talk about when you use the term of planning, it's normally refer to formal planning. Okay, so we mean that in formal planning you have the specific goals covering a specific time period I define, and normally this goal must be written and also shared with the organization members, and all the people inside the organization, they must understand and clear about those goals. Okay, when we talk about goals, when we plan about the organization goals, right? So this goal normally they are written and they shared in the shared within the organization member to reduce the uncertainty. Okay, and it's going to create a common understanding about what needs to be done. So finally we have a specific plan. Okay, first we have formal, then we have a specific one. So this specific plans exist for the achieving this goal. Okay, normally in the organization we have one main goal. Okay, this main goal is all the people inside the organization, they must understand and clear about this goal. After that, after this goal, we have this goal. Normally the department, they will have a specific goals, and these specific goals in the department must align with the main goals of the organization. Hope you understand. Okay, why do managers plan? Okay, what is the importance of plan? What is the reason for planning? Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reasons of planning. We have a provides direction, reduce uncertainty, minimize waste and redundancy, set the standards for control, reduce cost and reduce time. So we go one by one. Okay, we go for the first one. Planning provides direction. Okay, with planning, you're going to provide direction to the manager and also non-manager. Okay, when employee know what their organization is trying to accomplish and what they must contribute to reach those goals, so they can organize their activities, cooperate with each other, and do what it takes to accomplish those goals. So these goals, okay, with this planning is actually going to make all the people inside the organization to accomplish into one direction. Okay, without this planning, you cannot you will like feel uncertainty, you don't know what to do. So with this plan, it's actually help you to accomplish the organizational goals. Okay, next, planning is going to reduce uncertainty. Uncertainty is something that you actually don't know what to do, macam tak berapa clear. Okay, this reduce uncertainty, they're going to forcing a manager to look ahead. Okay, to look in the future, to maybe you can change any changes, and also you can develop a appropriate response. So although what eliminate planning like won't eliminate uncertainty, but manager plan so they can respond effectively. So normally if you don't know what to do, if you plan, actually you have a general idea what is you going to do, what is your plan, what is your goal. But if you don't plan, actually it's going to increase your uncertainty means you don't know what to do. So that's why planning is actually reduce the uncertainty. So next we go to the minimize waste and redundancy. In addition, Planning minimize waste and redundancy. So when the work activity are organized around plan, so insufficiencies become obvious and can be correct or eliminated. So if you do the planning, okay, if you see any weaknesses of that plan, okay, you have you can correct all the mistake that you did. That's why you need to plan. Okay, next, planning sets the standard for controlling. When manager plan, they develop goals and plans, right? So they can control, they can see whether the plan have been carried out and meet the goal or not. So with that planning, the manager can observe and also can control what the plan that have been done and whether that plan is actually meet the organizational meet the goals or not. And lastly, we have reduced cost and reduced time. If you plan, normally, like, automatically you will reduce your cost and time because you will plan the budget and also the time frame, like the time frame of the activities that you've been done in the organization. So that's why planning, we're going to reduce cost and reduce time. These are 4 reasons of planning. We have provide direction, reduce uncertainty, minimize waste and redundancy, sets the standards for control, reduce cost and also reduce time. So we go to the next slide. What is actually the purpose of goals and also importance of your goals? There's 4 purpose or importance of goals. So you have goals provide guidance and also direction, goals intensely planning and action, goals motivate, and also goals help control. It's almost same like the reason for planning. The purpose of goals is first, they're going to provide guidelines and unified direction for people in the organization. So you're going to provide the direction so the employees know where the organization is going and why getting that achieve that goals is important. So goals normally simply define what organization want. That's number 1. So we have number 2, goals intensely planning and action. For this one, effective goal setting facilitates good planning and good planning facilitate future goal setting. So goals are desired outcome for organization and plan the best perceived way to reach them. So proper goals help set the proper plan. When you have a proper goals, actually you relate with the proper plan. So if you have a proper goals, normally you will have proper plan. So for example, goals, you must set the goals first. With these goals, then you have your planning. Then we have goals motivate. Actually goals to be a tools of motivation. The organization require an effective reward system and a friendly work environment. So normally if you want your employees to achieve the goals, normally you must have what we call reward system. This reward system, actually we're going to motivate your employee to achieve those goals. And reward system, it can be like maybe monetary or non-monetary. You can be like maybe promotion or increase in salary. And lastly, goals helps in control. So goals act as one of the tools for the control and also evaluation. When I talk about control, normally is last step, evaluate. So and we talk about evaluate is normally if it's relate with the performance. You want to see whether the performance of the company or the performance of employee is good or not. You can see, you can see whether they are achieving the goals or not. So if the goals are accomplished, means their performance is good. This is the purpose of goal or importance of goal. We have goals provide guidance and direction, goals intensely planning and action, goals motivate, and also goals help in control. We go to the next slide. Next slide, we have types of goal. When we talk about types, we can see types of kind of goals. First we have by level. So by level we have 1, 2, four types of goals. We have mission statement, strategic goals, tactical goals, and also operational goals. So, mission statement, okay, is the statement of an organization fundamental purpose. Strategic goals are goals set by and for top management of the organization that address broad general issue. Then we have tactical, set by and for middle managers. They are focused on how to operationalize action to strategic goals. And also lastly, we have operational goals that are set by and for the lower manager to address issues associated with the tactical goals. Okay, to be more clear, let me explain to you. Okay, as I told you, in management we have three levels. Okay, we have lower manager. Okay, lower level. We have middle, and we have top. Okay. The first one is mission statement. Okay, mission statement is a statement for an organization. That is a fundamental purpose, means our overall goals of an organization, and must be clear and understandable by all the people inside the organization. It include non-operational lah. It include the employees. Okay, so the mission statement is actually a overall goal, main goal of the organization. Okay, that's a mission statement. So we have strategic goals. Okay, strategic goals is set by this one, top management. Okay, normally they focus on the broader general issue, and usually is a long-term one. Okay, that's strategic goal. Then we have tactical. Tactical are for the, this one is for tactical. It's a tactical for the middle manager, and normally they focus on the action necessary to achieve goals. So when we talk about middle manager, there are various departments that are usually responsible. So means that tactical goals can be varied based on the department. Okay, and lastly we have operational goals by lower level management. So these organizational goals these are lower management normally tackle a short term issue. Okay, then this goal is called as a operational goals. So again, this one is the overall goals, the main goals in the organization. This one goals that made by the top management and for the top management. These goals are set by and for the middle managers, and this one is made by the lower manager to address the issue that is associated with tactical goals, and this normally like short term base. Okay, now proceed to the next one. So when we talk about the organizational goals, normally they have three criteria that we're going to look at. First, we have a level. Okay, level. So normally the organizational goals, there are difference in the level of the organization, and it's normally based on the structure and also hierarchy. Okay, as I told you, in management we have three level, right? Okay, top management, we have middle, and also we have lower level of first line manager. So this is the level, means organization goals, they are different based on the level. So second, area. Alright, so area, we can say that organization normally set different goals for the different area, or most specifically different departments. So different department normally they have different goal. Okay, each department should have different goals which specify the department about the task, but it must be aligned with the organizational goals. So even though you have your own goals in the department, so that goals must be aligned with the organizational goals, means the main goals of the organization. Then we have a time frame. Okay, organization have many goals across department, means that many goals, but they have a different time frame. So this different in the goals, they are required because of the organization level, area, and also department, and also time frame. As I told you, normally for the top management, they their goals is more to the long term, but the lower management, their goals is more to the short term. Okay, this is the time frame. Okay. Okay, now we proceed to types of plan. Okay, so if you can see here, type of plan consists of four category. We have breadth, time frame, specificity, and also frequent of use. Okay, this is actually the most popular ways to describe organizational plan. Okay, we have breadth, we have breadth is actually a scope, right? Based on scope, we have a time frame, we have a specificity, and we have frequency of use. For breadth, we have two types, strategic and also operational. By time frame, we have long term and short term. Specificity, we have directional and also specific. And frequency of use, we have single and also standing. So we're going to look one by one. Okay, first we go to the breadth type. Okay, the scope. Right, we have strategic plan, also operational plan. So strategic plans is actually a plans that apply to the entire organization that establish the organization overall goals. Means strategic plan is the main goals. Okay, it's the main goals of the organization, strategic plan. So while operational plan is the plan that means you're going to like specifically, okay, means the plan that you cover the particular operational area is HR. They have their different plan. If finance, they have a different plans. So those this you can see like, okay, this strategic plan is more broad. Okay, the scope lebih besar. Okay, more broad, but the operational plan is more narrow. You can see that operational plan is more like specific plan. Okay, it's going to be more specific because they're going to have the particular operational area. It depends on the department of the organization. Okay, this is breadth, strategic plan, also operational plans. Okay, now we have time frame. Okay, this is from the time frame. Okay, time frame we have two. We have long term plans and also short term plans. Okay, long term plan is those with the time frame beyond 3 years. If more than 3 years, we consider it as long term plans. So while short term plans normally cover 1 year or less. Okay, any time between in this period, I mean if more than 1 year or less than 2 years, we call it as a intermediate plan. Sorry, intermediate. Okay, let me spell to you again. Intermediate. Okay, intermediate is any plan between less than 2 years but more than 1 year. Okay, it's less than 2 years, more than 1 year. In between, we call it as intermediate. So okay, clear. This is time frame. Then we have a okay, then we have a specificity. Okay, in specificity, they are clearly defined. Means in the specific plan, they are clearly defined and there's no room for interpretation. So normally this specific plan takes its objective specifically, okay, to eliminate the uncertainty and also the problems that we misunderstand. Normally with specific plan, there's no way you can change this plan because it's already mentioned, it's already clearly stated that okay, it's actually that is a plan, so you need to follow. Okay, while directional plan is actually plans that are flexible and set out general guidelines. Means it's like actually directional plans is a flexible plans, means you can change and they only give you the general outline and you can change it anytime you want. So they provide focus, but they don't lock the manager into specific goals or courses of action. Okay, means directional plans, they just give you okay, your guideline, the main guideline. So what you need to do, you just prepare the plan that follow the guideline. So how you want to do the plan is up to you, as long as you follow the general guideline. Okay, that is the specificity. Next we have frequency of use. Okay, frequency of use, we have two types: single use plan, and also we have standing plans. So some plans that manager develop, they are ongoing, while others are using only once. So it depends. Okay, normally a single use plan is one-time plan that's specifically designed to meet the needs of a unique situation. Means, for example, happen one unique situation, so they plan this unique plan. Okay, only you to use for one time only. I give you example. Example is like this COVID-19, right? So some of the company, they have one plan, one single use plan due to this COVID-19. So after this COVID-19 over, they're not going to use this plan anymore. So they just using the unique situation. Okay, then we have standing plan. Standing plan is ongoing plans that provide guidance for activities performed repeatedly. Okay, and standing plans is include policies, rules, and procedure. Okay, policies, rules, and procedure. Okay, this plan actually you can use over and over again. Okay, that's what you call a standing plan. Okay, single use plan only use once in the unique situation, and standing plans actually you can use it repeatedly over and over again. Okay. Okay, next we're going to learn about SWOT analysis. Okay, this SWOT analysis actually is very important, and you must know how to identify the difference between strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats. So SWOT actually stand for: S stand for strength, W stand for weaknesses, O for opportunities, and T for threat. Okay. Okay, before you want to be success in your organization, okay, you must know how to use this SWOT analysis. So we're going to learn one by one after this. Next slide. In the next slide. Okay. Now we see the first element. As I told you, SWOT analysis means strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, and also threats. So we go for the first one, which is strength. Okay. Okay, this strength normally is a internal attributes and resources that support a successful outcome. Means what is the factors or internal attribute or characteristic that support your successful. Okay, normally a strength is the area that you do well. Okay, and also it's advantage of your organization. All right, area that you do well, and also the advantage of the organization. And what does your organization do better than your competitors? It's obvious, it's your strengths. I've asked you what is your strength. It means that the best capabilities that you can say is actually your strength. Okay, but in the company, your strength is actually what make your organization better than their competitors. Okay, then we have weaknesses. Okay, weaknesses actually vice versa. All right, it's internal attributes and resources that work against a successful outcome. Means something that can make you lose. It's actually your weaknesses. Okay, it's something that is the area need to be improved, and what is your organization need to improve upon. Means what your competitor have that you don't have. This is what we call as weaknesses. So I hope you can see clearly what is strength and weaknesses. Okay, strength and weaknesses is normally, okay, strength and weaknesses normally come from what we call as a internal factors. You can see internal. Okay, this internal. So strength and weaknesses, they come from the internal factors, mean the factors that come out that within inside the organization. So you can see the example, okay, after this. Okay, normally strength and weaknesses is come from the internal factor. Okay, the internal factors include actually the resources and experience readily available to you internally in the organization. So normally we have financial resources, we have physical resources, human resource, access to the natural resources, current process. Okay, to identify whether your organization actually have strength or weaknesses, it depends on the funding, your funding sources of income, okay, your investment opportunity. So if you have your funding is more, means it's actually your strength. But if you have a low funding or you have a low source of income, it's actually your weaknesses. Okay, then we have a physical resources. Some organization, they have a very good location, so location also part of your strength and weaknesses. Okay, facilities and also equipment. Then we have human resource, means your employees, your volunteers, and also your target audience. Okay, if you have a loyal employees, also a part of your strength. Okay, then we have your trademarks, patents, and also copyrights. And lastly, we have the employee program, department hierarchies, and also structure system. So this is the internal factor normally relate with the strength and weaknesses, because that's why I told you strength and weaknesses come from the internal factor. Okay, next we move to the opportunity and threat. Okay, let's proceed to the opportunities and also threats. Okay, opportunities is actually the external factor that that the entity can capitalize for on or use its advantage. Okay, on the other words, actually the factors that may contribute to your organization and actually can build up with your strength. So opportunity normally relate with the strength. Okay, but the factors come up external, right? What market trends could lead to increase the sales? Okay, that is an opportunity. Okay. Okay, then we have threats. Okay, threats is external factor that could risk your organization success. So normally it's actually the potential or problem or risk that your organization may face. Okay, and what are the advantages your competitors have over your organization? Okay, this is opportunity and threat. Normally this opportunity and threats, okay, come from the external factor. Okay, let's see the example of external factor. Okay, now let's move it to the external factor. Okay, normally this external factor, they're going to influence and affect every company, organization, and individuals. All right, so whether these factors are connected directly or indirectly to an opportunity, also a threat. So normally it is important to take note that and also you need to alert regarding to each factor. So normally this external factor, there are different things that you and your company can control. Means actually external factor is something beyond your company control. So the example of the external factor is what we call as market trend. Okay, new products, technology and also shift and audience needs. Then we have economic trend, local, national, and also international financial trend. Okay, something we cannot predict. Okay, we have funding, whether donation, legislature, and also other resources. We have the demographics factor as also part of the external factor. Relationship between the suppliers and also partners. Okay, and also political, environment, economics, and also regulation. So this is the what we call as external factor, normally lead with the opportunity and threat. Okay, let's repeat. We have what we call as SWOT. Okay, strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and also threats. Okay, these strengths or weaknesses come from the internal factors. Okay, and this one come from the external factors. So these internal factors is within the organization, and external factor is the factors that you cannot control, beyond of your control. Okay, that influence opportunity and threats, and this internal influence strengths and weaknesses. Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, let's proceed to the next slide. Okay, let's now proceed with the MBO. So what you understand about MBO? Okay, MBO is not the cinema. MBO refer to management by objectives. MBO. Okay. Alright. This is the approaches of setting goals. Alright. So management by objective actually a process of setting mutual agreement upon goals and using those goals to evaluate employee performance. I told you, okay, this you have goals. Okay, so these goals you use it to evaluate your employees' performance. Means if they achieve these goals, means they have a good performance. All right. Okay, next, this one more important one, the MBO process. Start with this one. We have defined organizational goals, define employees' objective, continuous monitoring performance and progress, performance evaluation, providing feedback, and also performance appraisal. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 MBO process. Okay, first step is define organizational goals. So as we know, goals are a critical issue to the organizational effectiveness. So in order for you to know whether the organizational effective or not, it depends on their goals. And okay, normally this goal, they serve a number of purpose. That purpose, right? So organization, they might have several different kind of goals, and all of which must be appropriate managed. So normally you must like define the organizational goals. They have several goals, and these goals must properly managed. So the goals must be set by the superior. So goals at this stage is based on the, normally when we talk about goals, it depends on the organizational mission, and also it address the outcome to be achieved by the organization as a whole. So first, in MBO process, you must define what is your organizational goals, and these organizational goals must be clear and understandable by all the employees. Okay, next we go to the second process, define the employee objective. Okay, once you already define the organization goals, then you can go to the define the employee objective. First you go to organization, then you go to the employee individual objective. Okay, at this stage, organizing goals are set of the various organizational level, so that each level contribute to reach overall goals set by stage 1. So normally they will have a goals, small goals, okay, and this goal might achieve the main goal. Okay, the second stage of the process begins when the top level manager formulates specific objective that they plan to accomplish, usually related to their own department or areas of responsibility. So these goals are usually developed in the collaboration with the managers at the next lower level. So it means that the goals made by the top management, so the manager will make the goals small, okay, and actually this employee objective, another word is a specific goals. So they're going to specify the goals. Okay, the manager asks what goals of the employee believe. Normally this, all the small manager, okay, the small manager, we ask the employee what goals the employee believe that they can accomplish in what time, what period, using what resources. So after define the objective or overall objective of the goals, they're going to define the individual objective. Okay, and these goals must be aligned with the organization goals. Okay, because you already asked your employees goals, right, and you must continuous monitoring performance and also progress. Okay, in order for you to ensure that your employees are going to achieve the goals or not, so you must continuously observe their performance and also progress. Okay, because you cannot just simply ask them, okay, what is your goals, without observe and continuously monitoring them. Okay, so there's a lot of way you can do. Maybe observe them every weekly or monthly basis, or maybe you can like performance, right? If you see their performance is low, try to talk to them in order for them to improve their performance. So you can follow the what we call the quality or standard of what you need in the organization. Okay, so you must continuously monitoring performance, because according to my resource, the best way to ensure to know your performance of your employees is you must continuously observing them, monitoring them. Okay, next we have next we have performance evaluation. Okay, under this MBO process, performance review is made by the participants of the concerned manager. Okay, this evaluation is made by the concerned manager. Actually, if they don't want to do, it's up to them. Okay, so an annual performance review involve a formal discussion about an employee's development and also performance. Performance evaluation is actually, you're not going to find a mistake of your employees. No, actually you want to improve their performance by evaluate them whether they are good, do the good job, whether they are following the organization goals or not. And that's why they say concerned manager, means it depends on the manager. If the manager is concerned about their employees, so they were going to do this thing lah, annual performance review. Okay, annual performance review normally they will do once a year. Okay, that's why this one is important. Continuous monitoring performance is important because it's related with the evaluation letter. Okay. Okay, step 5, we have providing feedback. Okay, feedback is actually you as a manager, you will tell your employees what is their right, what is their wrong. Okay, is they correct? If they are correct, so they should maintain that behavior or that action. If wrong, they should change it, or they should change and don't repeat the mistake again. So continuous feedback on the performance and goals will allow individuals to monitor and correct their own action. Okay, if you do this continuous feedback, okay, you should not do this, you should not do that, so the employees, they alert. Okay, they know, okay, what they do is actually wrong, and they're going to correct their own action without you telling them. Okay. Okay, lastly, we have performance appraisal. When we talk about performance appraisal, it's actually a regular review of employees' performance within the organization. So it's done at the last stage of the MBO process. So performance appraisal is actually performance review, performance evaluation, development and discussion, or employee appraisal is a method by which the job performance of an employee is documented and evaluated. Normally, if you have this performance appraisal, is documented. Maksudnya dia akan tulis dia punya appraisal dalam kertas. Sebab tu dia cakap tadi must be done by the concerned manager. So if concerned manager, kalau dia tengok you buat kesalahan, so they're going to change, and while they make the performance appraisal, they're going to document lah. If you not change, they will make the bad appraisal about you. Okay, so that's why it's need the continuous monitoring performance and progress just now. Okay, so that's the 7 steps of 7 step of providing feedback. Let's see performance appraisal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why 6? Sorry, just 6 feedback. Okay, we have a defining organizational goals, define employee objective, continuous monitoring performance and progress, performance evaluation, providing feedback, and also performance appraisal. Okay, this is actually the continuous process. Okay, now we proceed to the decision making. Okay, what is actually decision making? Alright, decision making is the act of choosing one alternative from among set of alternatives. Mean if you have problem or anything, you must have a decision making. So normally in decision making you have alternative, okay, and all these alternative you must choose one. This is what you call decision making. Okay, decision making process. Okay, this one is important. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps of decision making process. First, identify the problem, determine the possible solution, analyze the solution, select the best solution, and also evaluate feedback. So first, you must identify the problem. Okay, how you want to identify the problem? What problem has occurred in the organization? You must ask a question and gather information. So for example, you see that all your workers are very lazy to come to work. Okay, you don't know what kind of problem that exists. Alright, so you must ask question. Okay, must gather the information first. So how you want to gather the information? How you want to ask question? You can interview them. Maybe you can talk with, face to face or personally with your employees and so on. Ask them, okay, why you always come late? Why you look demotivated? Okay, so actually maybe, okay, identify the problem. You ask 5 people, maybe 10 people. 2 people say, okay, because of low payment, and 2 people say because of long working hour. So you must identify the real problem by ask question and also gather the information. Okay, after you identify the problem, for example, okay, your employees are demotivated because the company pay their very low. They have a very low salary. Okay, so you must determine the possible solution. Okay, what you need to do, you must list down. Okay, you must list down. Okay, list down what are the solution regarding to this matter. Okay, maybe you say increase their salary, or maybe you can say maybe give bonus, or maybe you can say, alright, they receive a low salary, and maybe you can reduce their working hour. Okay, reduce their working hour, or maybe you can say reduce their workload. Okay, these are the what we call as determine the possible solution. Okay, after you determine the possible solution, you must analyze all the solution that you have. Okay, how you want to analyze? You must use what we call as strengths and weaknesses. Okay, for example, increase the salary. What is the strength? What is the weaknesses? Okay, maybe you say, okay, if I increase the salary of my workers, the strength, okay, all my workers must be motivated, but the weakness maybe you need to increase your cost. So each solution of this one, okay, you need to analyze. Okay, after you analyze, okay, you select the best solution. You need to implement the solution and also analyze the result. Means, for example, you decide to take reduce their workload. Okay, so you take that as a best solution. Alright, you must implement, you must make it real. Okay, implement it to all of your employees, and you must analyze the result. You see for 1 month, if you give this reduce workload, did your employee feel demotivated again or motivated? Okay, after that you must do the feedback, get the feedback. Okay, evaluate the feedback. Is the feedback is bad? Okay, if the feedback is like no changes at all, you must make change as necessary. If the feedback is good, then means your problem have been solved. You make a good decision making. So please, you must follow this one that I give you. Don't go to Google and Google it. Okay, we have identified the problem, determine the possible solution, analyze the solution, select the best solution, and also evaluate feedback. Okay, what are the types of decision? Okay, normally decision we have 2 types: program decision, also non-program decision. So program decision is decision that are fairly structured decision or requests with some frequency of both. Example, you starting your car in the morning, means decision that you are already structured, you already programmed in your mind. Okay, and non-program decision, a decision that are relatively unstructured and occur much less often than the program's decision. Example, you want to choose a vacation destination. Non-program is normally you have more unstructured. We just follow to the floor, using follow the flow, right? Okay, that's all for this week. So the code for this week is, the code for the quiz for this week is planning 03 mgmt. Okay, planning 03 mgmt. So please, good luck. So please answer your quiz. Good luck, and that's all for this week.